Well, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the launch of the International Protocol on the documentation and investigation of sexual violence in conflict, something I believe will be an extremely important document in the world. This protocol is the first of its kind, and we hope it will play a vital role in shattering the culture of impunity for sexual violence in conflict. This impunity is a major factor in why these crimes continue. Up to 50,000 women were victims of sexual violence during the war in Bosnia, but only just over 60 people have ever been successfully prosecuted for it. From Central African Republic to Sudan to Syria, untold thousands of rapes have gone entirely unpunished. We know that one of the primary reasons for the lack of prosecutions for sexual violence in conflict is the difficulty of gathering evidence that can stand up in court, and the trauma and the stigma faced by survivors in the process. This protocol is designed to overcome these fundamental barriers, and we are determined to ensure that prosecutors, police forces, peacekeepers, and civil society on the front line in this struggle know how best to document and investigate sexual violence in conflict so that perpetrators can be successfully prosecuted. This protocol sets out in detail how to interview survivors and witnesses, how to secure physical evidence, how to work with medics and lawyers so that survivors can be confident that the facts are on their side. It shows how to protect survivors and to support them at every stage so that they don't suffer more trauma or risk being attacked for courageously taking a stand. It has been written to help all those who might be involved in documenting and investigating sexual violence in conflict, from community activists to heads of police to international organizations who work in conflict-affected areas. It contains the distilled wisdom of more than 200 renowned experts, investigators, survivors, and organizations representing years of accumulated experience and expertise. We want it to be a reference point, setting standards for governments, for international organizations, and civil society across the world. If all countries applied these standards, then it will greatly strengthen prosecutions for rape in conflict and help to secure a dramatic increase in successful convictions. That is why, as the United Kingdom, our focus will firmly be on the implementation of this protocol. We will be translating it into multiple languages. We will be disseminating it worldwide through our huge diplomatic network, and in partnership with international institutions, we will be supporting those organizations and activists putting it to use where it is needed most in places affected by conflict and instability. We will ask all the governments and organizations represented at this summit to join this effort, to consider how they can use it in their countries, in their training for police or peacekeepers, in their work with civil society, and in development programs overseas. And we will do everything we can across the world to support them. Of course, the strongest evidence in the world will not bring justice if prosecutors are not prepared to prosecute, or if police allow perpetrators to walk free. The courage of survivors and activists must now be matched by the determination of governments. And that is why this summit aims to galvanize the international community into action, and it's why the United Kingdom will do its utmost to ensure the momentum that we build here is harnessed and accelerated in the future. Ultimately, however, it is the patient and tireless efforts of people on the ground in conflict-affected states that will tip the balance against impunity. It is their investigations that will bring perpetrators to justice one by one. and send the message that war zone sexual violence will not go unpunished. It is their work that will deter armed men from ordering or committing rape in future wars. So this protocol is for them. It is for many of you in this room, and I hope it will be a crucial support to all of you all across the world. And now we would like to show you a short film which tells you more about the protocol. Thank you.